Hey guys, Cameron Carlson here with the Zombie Files and the Zombie Research Society. Today is the first installment of Apocalypse Yum. Today we're going to be learning how to make an apocalyptic stove or a rocket stove made from just household bricks and items that you can find around your house. That way you can make some great soup, great food in the apocalypse and not have to worry about it. But first, Apocalypse Coffee. On to the show. Alright guys, so welcome back. Now, as I told you in the intro, we're going to be building a rocket stove for the apocalypse. And I apologize that I'm sweating so badly. It's about 105 degrees here in lovely Virginia. Anyway, so as I stated, what you're going to need is you're going to need bricks. Now you can get these bricks from any place. You can probably find these bricks. I got standard red bricks. I got 25 of them. Now what you're going to see is in this I'm going to use about 21 bricks. You can use as little or as many as you want, with the exception of the initial base layer. You're going to have at least 4 to 5. Okay. You're also going to need some type of grate. Right now, this is a piece of plate steel that I basically just drilled holes into. Okay, this is a scrap steel. Any kind of grate, metal screen, diamond mesh, whatever it is, you're going to need that to put on top of the first layer, which will create your basically your fuel surface. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put this off to the side. We're going to start with a couple of bricks. We're going to need 4 bricks to start with. Just like that. Okay? So you can see, come on over here. So you can see that now you have this little area right here. What you're going to do is you're going to take your cooking surface and you're going to put it right there. I'm surprised that just so happens to fit absolutely perfectly. Now, what that's going to do is when you put the fuel here, that air is going to come underneath. That's what this whole gap is for. The air is going to come underneath. It's going to fuel the fire and it's going to come up the chimney, which is what we're about to build. So now that you have that, you're going to take another brick, right? You're going to take more, and you're going to do exactly the same thing, except this time, you notice I now have 2 layers. And yes, there will be a gap here. It is not a big deal whatsoever. So now you have this gap, but now you're going to take another brick, and you're going to basically overlap like this. So you're going to notice that you're overlapping the seams here, right? And yes, the reason you're doing this is because you're going to have to take, you're making a chimney at this point. And don't worry, when you put bricks on here, it will hold. So now, if you notice, you come down here, if you notice, now you have an area for your fuel. The air is going to come through here, and if you look up here, you now have this area, which is what we consider the chimney or the actual cooking surface. And you repeat. You overlap seams. Last 2 bricks, if you notice, I've used all the bricks. That was 25 bricks. What is nice about having 2 bricks like this is you can use these as burners, or like, you know, grates for burners. Again, you could probably find a burner out in a junkyard or something. You can probably find it on the street, or, you know, in the apocalypse, break into somebody's house that's already dead and steal one of theirs. You can use that, or you can use these bricks as literally grates to put a pot on. So next week, when we do apocalypse chicken soup for the soul, this is what we're going to be using. We're going to be using bricks, not burners. Because let's be honest, I'm not going to have a burner in my house, or at least, you know, during my apocalypse. So that being said, let's start with some fuel. Right? Obviously, we know that fuel can be used anything. Dry leaves. I have a shit ton of sticks. I'm gonna go get some sticks. I'm gonna build the fuel, and I'm gonna build the fire, and then I'll get right back to it. All right, stay tuned. All right, so in between me building the little fire and me getting the fuel and then building the fire, this is what we have. We have our stove. All right, as you can see, come on down here. As you can see, that's where our fuel is, and that's where the grate is sitting on. Plus, it's metal, so it's a really great heat conductor. The air is being drawn through this little gap here and up through those holes that I drilled in the grate or in the metal. The fuel is sitting right there, and as you can see up here, that little chimney that we built is exactly what we wanted, and that's exactly where the fuel and the flame goes. The reason it's called a rocket stove is because of this flame. As it comes up, it almost looks like a rocket. Now here's the cool thing. What's nice about having bricks on here as grates is that when your flame gets a little low, all you gotta do is take more sticks and drop them right in. That's it. That's all it is. That is a rocket stove. And what you can do is when you're done with it, if you're in a permanent place, or you think you're gonna be in a permanent place for a little while, you can leave it built. If you're not, I know that lugging 25 bricks around is not an option for some people, but you can break this down and you can take it with you if you want. Again, this doesn't matter the size, it just matters you need something to put your fuel on, you need basically an area for where the air to go flow through it, and you need a chimney, just like we've done. That's it. That's how you build a rocket stove. And that was what, 5 minutes maybe? Easy day. Anybody can do this. I highly recommend trying it out. You could cut bricks in half, like you could smash them in half and build smaller ones, okay? So literally, if you want to take it on the go, you can. All right, guys, that's it. This is how to build your apocalypse rocket stove. Next week, we're going to be doing chicken soup in the apocalypse. We're going to use this stove to make our soup. Please, I hope you guys subscribe. Hit that like button. That way you can tune in next week when we make the soup. And if you haven't done so yet, if you haven't seen this food storage video in the zombie files, it's right up here. And anything you want to see down in the link in the description below, you can get everything there, including the bricks, which you can get outside. You don't have to buy them, but outside. Anyway, that's all I got, and I'm Cameron Carlson with the Zombie Research Society and the Zombie Files. What you don't know can eat you. See you next time.